Grinch.
And he's still squirming around? Have you removed the head yet? Well, there you go. Oh, hello, friends. Horror fans. Lovers of the occult. And welcome back to another Grinch After Midnight. It's Friday night, and tonight we have 7 sins. 7 tales sure to unearth your deepest fears and bury your confidence. So shall we? I think we shall. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's try that again. The girl in the photograph. One school day, a boy named Tom was sitting in class doing his math work. It was 6 more minutes until the end of school for the day. As he was doing his work, something caught his eye. His desk was next to the window, and he turned and looked at the grass outside. It looked like a photograph. As soon as the bell rang, he ran to the spot where he saw it. He ran fast so that no one else could grab it. He picked it up and smiled. It was a picture of the most beautiful girl he had ever seen. She had a dress with tights on and red shoes, and her hand was formed into a peace sign. She was so beautiful that he just had to meet her, so he ran all over the school and asked everyone he could if they knew her or if they had seen her before. But everyone said no. He was devastated. When he got home that evening, he asked his older sister if she knew the girl, but unfortunately she too said no. It was getting late, so Tom decided to walk up the stairs. Placing the picture on his bedside table, he went to sleep. In the middle of the night, Tom was awakened by a tap on his window. It was like a nail tapping. He got scared, and after the tapping, he heard a giggle. Mustering up his courage, he decided to investigate. Seeing a shadow near his window, he got up and followed it. He went towards the window, opened it up, and went outside. Following the giggle, but by the time he reached it, it was gone. The next day, he asked his neighbors if they knew her. Everyone, of course, said no. When his mother came home, he asked her if she had seen the girl, and his mother said no. He went to his room and placed the picture again on his nightstand, and that evening went to sleep. Once again, he was awakened by the tapping on his window. This time, he wasted no time. He took the picture and followed the giggling outside. He walked across the road where he was suddenly hit by a car. He died instantly, picture in hand. The driver of the car got out and tried to help Tom, but it was too late. Grabbing the picture from Tom's hand, he looked at it, and he saw the most beautiful little girl holding up 3 fingers. The Never-Ending Road. In Corona, California, there once was a road known by most locals as the Never-Ending Road. Specifically, the road's true name was Lester Road. Now, over 20 years later, the landscape of Corona has changed. and the never-ending road is no more. However, years ago, Leicester Road was an unlit road that people claimed became a never-ending road when driven upon at night. The people who made such a drive were never seen or heard from again. The legend became so well known that people refused to even drive Leicester Road during the day. One night, like many teens my age, I drove up Leicester Road, but only a short distance. And in my headlights, it did look like it went on forever. Frightened, I quickly turned around, because I knew if I continued up the road, I may never return again. Perpetuation of the legend convinced local law enforcement to investigate. Leicester Road took a sharp left turn at its end, and there were no guardrails. Beyond the curve lay a canyon, and on the other side of the canyon was another road that lined up so well with Leicester Road that when viewed from the correct angle, especially at night, the canyon vanished from sight, and the road seemed to continue on up and over the hill on the other side of the canyon. Upon investigation of the canyon, dozens of cars were found, having fallen to their doom, with the decomposing bodies of the victims still strapped in their seats. The scariest part of that one is it's true. The answers. As I lived my life, I had always pondered on the mysteries of the universe. I wondered what it all meant. Why were we all here, and what lay beyond? That was the reason I became a scientist in the first place. I slaved over my work, trying to unlock the unknown whole of creation, always fighting a never-ending battle to seek answers for life's greatest mysteries. Then, when my life came to an end from an untimely accident, I found myself standing on the precipice of eternity. In the seemingly infinite chasm of darkness, a voice called out a question to me. Shall all of the answers be revealed to you, or will you swim in the sea of creation in unknowing bliss? Please, show me the answers I have tirelessly searched for, and I still seek. Very well, the voice said. A sudden emergence of a blinding light bathed me, and I was brought into the eternity of knowledge, kicking and screaming. That was almost 2 years ago. Today I lie in my playpen, attempting my last-ditch efforts at telling my new mom and dad what I know. But all they see, and all they've seen for months, is a child at play, talking gibberish. My urgency grows, and the fear begins to consume my mind as I realize the better I get at communicating with them, the more of what I know fades from my memory. Friends. No, not the TV show. Two friends, Mike and Jim, were hanging out at Jim's house one day. Mike got up to use the bathroom. While he was gone, Jim heard a loud crash of the breaking of glass from inside the bathroom. He asked Mike what had happened, and heard his friend's voice reply, "Nothing, I'm fine." When Mike came out of the bathroom, he told Jim he had to leave. As he was leaving, Jim noticed something a bit strange. The lettering on Mike's shirt appeared to be written backwards. Thinking nothing of it, Jim walked to the bathroom to see what caused the loud crash. When he opened the door, his blood froze. Lying on the floor was Mike's dead body, covered in blood and broken glass. In the bathroom mirror was a gaping hole, as if something had jumped out. my show. I feel that things always worked out in my life. Even when I didn't do so hot in school, or struggled with losses in my family, everything ended well. My family told me it was God's plan, so we should be thankful to Him. I didn't believe them. I realized that everything I did was planned. It's like my life was a show. I had to test my theory. I began behaving erratically. I drove different ways to work to see if they had the scenery set up. I walked into random stores to see if they actually existed. My friends and family worried about me. They told me I seemed to not be myself. The producers must have figured out that I knew what was going on. I tried my most daring attempt yet. One night, I got in my car and began driving. After hours of driving, I pulled into a motel for the night and went to sleep happily for the first time in a long while, believing I'd outsmarted the producers. I woke up in the same bed, but on a studio set with a man sitting next to me in a director's chair. Well, look who woke up. You give us quite the fright leaving like that, he began, polishing a gun in his hands. You know, we realized your little epiphany a while back and let it go. You're a clever one, figuring it out. However, you made one error. The show was always about your brother. You, my friend, were an extra, and now your brother will deal with your tragic and untimely death this season. The Dog's Lick. A young girl is left home alone with only her dog to protect her. When night approached, she locked all the doors and tried to lock all the windows, but one wouldn't close. She decided to leave it unlocked and went to bed, her dog taking his customary place under her bed. In the deep of night, she awakens to a dripping sound coming from the bathroom. The girl is too scared to go check, so she reaches her hand under the bed. She feels a reassuring lick from her dog and falls back to sleep. She reawakens to the dripping sound once more, reaches her hand down to the dog, where she feels the reassuring lick, and once again falls back to sleep. Once more, she awakens to the dripping sound. She reaches her hand down and feels the lick of her dog. Now curious about the sound, she gets up and slowly walks toward the bathroom, the dripping sound getting louder as she approaches. She reaches the bathroom and turns on the light. She is greeted by a horrific sight. Hanging from the shower nozzle is her dog, with its throat slit wide open, and its blood dripping into the bathtub. Something on the bathroom mirror catches her eye as she turns around. Written on the mirror in her dog's blood are the words, "Humans can lick too." Hidden. Why do you do it? You don't know why, but you do. You make sure the windows are locked. You check the other side of the door and your closet. You even check under your bed. Why do you do this? Does ripping open the shower curtain and seeing nothing there make you feel safe? Does scoping the area with your eyes after reading a scary story reassure you? Well, it shouldn't. Because by the time you've looked, I've already hidden. This has been Grinch After Midnight. Thank you all for watching. We've reached 60 subscribers this week, and I hope to reach 1 million more. We'll see you next Friday night after midnight.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all I am one of those melodramatic fools.